got ourselves blood over in team 1 with Chill Pills, back of the Frosty DK. I like that set a lot. Look at the weapon. It actually looks so good. They did a really good job. This sword in particular, I think looks like actually insanely good. Mac is here, Necro back in. We got us this Parasite joining back in. Homie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Blood Dagger joins in over on team first. Which is Chicago on that team. We got Hockey, we got Bad Bunny, we got Pax and 10. I'll look over the mocks here in a second. Once we see what happens with your blood, those two duel each other before big sepsis on Chicago, trying to see if he can live the damage. That's going to be a big poison. Trying to see if he can maybe get himself a little bit of survivability. Big damage, battle Blood Dagger. Trying to go for a quick cast. Does not get kicked just there. So still holding on to kick for the Rogue. Chicago is super low on health. Trying to see if he can maybe survive with just the Guardian. Guardian's actually keeping you alive and healthy right now. Evasion up for the blood. Does avoid the Sunder. Goes in for a second banish. All the banishes have been used up. Does not have an escape unless they get himself up easy. Shadow Melt somehow. Trying to see if he can knock the Rogue back on the secret technique. I don't think it connects. Yet another knock with the root. Gotta keep Blood Dagger in combat somehow. Blind around the corner onto Chicago. Still holding on to a trinket. Holding on to a wall. Blood, as long as you don't let him catch a Shadow Melt, you will be a-okay. Because the man's got no big escapes anymore left. As Chicago tried to see if he could break out of this. Might have to go for trinket. Does go for the trinket. No wall. Just a root to try to see if he can separate from blood. Is that double Healy Totem? Is that what that's supposed to be? Hold on. Do you just reset your cooldowns to get a double Healy Totem? Or is that something else? Or do you have 2 CDs for it? I think you should only have 1, right? Chicago does get hit with a secret technique or shadowy duel. Confuse those two. Sunder trying to see if he can go for a juke. Does not get a juke. Big zaps are available. Alien Blast is going to be massive. Big zap. Do you have an Alien Blast right now? Because if you have one, it's going to be doing massive amount of damage. She does end up swiping out the Rogue with a Lava Lash, I believe, at the end. A Parasite gotta be up next. Chicago actually has quite a bit of damage back behind a lot of their output. But versus Parasite, I don't know how well this is gonna go. Just used up, just left. Doesn't want to fight him. Doesn't, why? Why? I guess Paris is gonna have to see if he can fight through the rest of the team too. Spax is going to be up next. Got himself full Fist of Fury into a paralysis onto Parasite. Trying to see if he can back up out of there for a quick second. Use his mobility to create himself a little bit of an escape. Jab over to Parasite. Trying to see if he can go for a Sigil of Fear just to control the monk. Does end up breaking out of it. I guess just with the damage taken. Still holds onto a human rage so he can at least break out of a stun. Parasite trying to see if he can establish as much CC as he can. Big Sigil onto Pax. He goes in for leg sweep. Trinket on Parasite. Trying to see if he can reverse the damage back into Pax. Got himself plenty of mobility. Got himself a blur in case he needs to. Also immunity. Pax has no help whatsoever. Does the man just die right now? He's trying to see if he can live. He got himself Serenity. Full burst in the ready, but there's not much he could really do. Fist of Fury. Trying to see if he can get some damage out. Ring of Peace, and that's going to be Para dipping in, and now big Ibeam from a distance. Both of them are super low. Stun into Pax. No way out of this one. Does end up slaying him. Eating and consuming the man's soul. Over for the team 1, or rather 2. I guess it's going to be a Rogue. Haki Shadow goes in for a quick bow. Parasite is at least. Does he give the Rogue a chance to reset? I think he wants to. Or is he just going to stick a soul? Hold on a second. I think he just. Oh, wait, hold on. He's letting him recover? Oh, okay. So he's playing the build where whenever he does go for the, what is it, Dispel, he also gets a soul. I guess it does give him a little bit of recovery, doesn't it? Sap by Hockey is playing Assassination Rogue. Should be able to get himself a big go. Parasite trying to see if he can avoid the stuns while staying midair. Stun onto Hockey's. Trying to see if he can go for a big death mark. Does go in for the fuel go. Cheap shot. Parasite might just die to the bleeds. Trying to see if he can live it. Got himself the immunity. That'll help him stave off some of the damage. But once the nether walk falls off, he does need a source of healing. And Parasite back in cheap shot. Garrod, I think it's just override. Trying to see if he can get some souls out of Hockey's, but there's not much he can do. Got full set of bleeds with a sudden demise. Blind on Chill Pills before he gets some damage onto the Rogue, trying to see if he can deny him any kind of resets. The Rogue does dip away as the Death of Decay comes down. Got himself full death mark. There's not much you can really do there, honestly. There's not much you can really do. That is a rough one, man. That is so rough. Once an Assassination Rogue got his full bleeds into you with a death mark and you're low, it's just dead. It's over. Blind out of Chill Pills, trying to see if he can case the Rogue in a block of ice with a Remorseless Winter. Looking to chop him up. Mad damage. Does go in for the big cleaves, taking him out. Took quite a few hits himself, but does go in for the bone shattering obliterates back to back as Bad Bunny is going to be up next. Sap and the chills. Looks like he's still got dots on him. Dropping down Death and Decay. IBF to break out of stun immediately. Bad Bunny could go for the full set of dots. This time he's walking into where Chilpas could go for the entire death mark. I don't know if Chilpas can really do much about it. Could maybe go for a self-heal. AMS to try to see if he can delay some of the damage from the poisons and is able to at least go for a little bit of death goals to try to see if he can save off himself. Might be looking at a death pack here. Does go for the death pack. It is going to put him in the necrotics. Will not be able to heal for a bit. There's still a pretty big death mark on him, I believe. Actually, might have fallen off just now, but still unable to get himself a lot of healing. How much to try to see if he can stop down Bad Bunny? Might still go down either way though once the bleeds have you low. There isn't much you can do. Bad Bunny just had to go in, get himself low enough, and finish off the job. Flare on one side, Volley on the other. Necro does see him with a Hunter's Mark. She'd be able to get himself a big opener. Bad Bunny, unless he just randomly goes behind the pillar, does end up avoiding him. I don't know if he realized that he was actually in a good spot like that. Necro needs himself to go. Hunter's Mark just to make sure he can always see the rogue. Bad Bunny trying to see if he can get himself maybe a better angle. Is there still dot on the guy? Death shock him immediately. If he's careful, he might be good. Blind is going to force a trick out of Necro. Still big damage on the Bad Bunny. Might just go down. Hold on. Kill shot away. Got himself the, what's it called? Sentinel? Sentinel around the corner. Gouge does not stay long at all, though. It's going to be freezing trap. Waiting for the rogue. If he walks in close enough, he's going to get himself frozen. Does get himself frozen. For Necro, maybe an opportunity. That is a very, very short duration freezing trap, but a cheat death proc for Bad Bunny. As long as you have Hunter's Mark, you might be able to see him. Flare down on one side. Maybe if you could drop down some traps, kite the rogue into those, maybe you'll have him. Bad Bunny got auto attacks at you though. Nothing can really stop him. Rep Barrage? You're playing Barrage? Does that do anything at all? Dots are up for Bad Bunny. Wants to see if he can get himself an escape. Rapid fire, nothing he could do, man. Nothing he could do. And that's going to be 10. Last one left over for the team 2. Full IBM. Necro immediately tries to counter with a turtle shell. Freezing on 10. Wants to have himself a go, but I don't even know if you really want to. Maybe you just go for a sniper shot and get yourself maybe a full camo. Hunt right after. Trying to go for a feign death into a chimeric poison onto 10. Maybe could reduce some of the damage he's doing. It's going to be a full death shock him on you while the Fear Sigil is down with an Elysian Decree. That's a lot of damage with the Blade Dance to follow. Rapid fire out of Necro as a full meta comes out. Trying to see if he can back up out of there, but that Chaos Strike, once it started its animation, it's gonna finish him. With Mac as last one left. We did have 10. Oh, I like this fisherman mod going on here. I like that. Look at this. Just got fish hanging on the back. Just got that fishing. Lexi put a 10. Does go for the trinket. Karma immediately for Mac. Almost expecting for 10 to go for a trinket. Trying to make sure that there's no opportunity for 10 to get any kind of counter pressure. Full Zuwen. Serenity is available. Wants to maximize the damage. 10 with an immunity. Mac will not be able to maximize Serenity anymore. For 10, that's an opportunity to maybe get himself either out of the situation. How cannot do it. Having to drop down Darkness. Trying to see if he can stay in Darkness as best as possible. Going for a bit of a hit and run into Mag, but looking to back up out of there as soon as he can. Mag did end up burning a lot of his defensives. That's going to be everything used up. Got himself a port. Maybe can get around the corner. 10 trying to see if he can get a setup. Needs a stun right now to break, or way to break out of the Fist of Fury in general. Got himself big sigil. Maybe they'll give enough healing. Stun right after him. Got himself a cleave, but he's not really staying in. Once you get the cleave, I think he would want to go for at least one blade dance because that's going to be amplified. But maybe he just didn't really feel super confident with his health bar right now. Got himself at least a little bit of sustained damage. Blur, I think, also available. And I don't know if he has a Metamorphosis up. I think that might be gone. Does have a Hunt coming back up. So maybe you can use the Hunt to get himself some kind of a go. Stun into Mac. Got himself Ibium. The Hunt right after. Should help him catch up on health. Oh, and a big blade dance to finish him off. Does do him in with 10 picking up 2. Who else got a bunch of kills? I think it was just shield pills with only 1. And then it was Parasite, and then it was a Rogue. I guess he is the only one that got 2 kills, yeah? Well, there it is. Let's get us another one going here, boys, yeah? One más.